Good evening. Welcome back, everyone, or welcome if this is your first time finding the channel. Today we have another Tracker review. This is for Tracker Season 3, Episode 5. And this season continues to impress me. They've done a much better job with these episodes this season than they did last season. This episode, we kind of see Colter confront a lot of his past. The stuff that happens in this episode reminds him a lot of his family and his father, and we kind of see him get to confront that. Also, the end of this episode left us with kind of a little bit of a question. I had one answer, my wife had another answer. We'll talk about that when I get into the episode description and what happened as far as that ending. So with that being said, like I said, I did enjoy this episode. It was another good one, I thought. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into spoilers here. So spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it and want to come back later, if you've seen it and want to know my take, here we go. So this episode, there's these group of kids, 4 teenagers, went on a hike up in the mountains. They end up getting lost. Of course, Colter's recruited to find them. He shows up. He partners up with this kind of game warden guy, and they go searching for these kids. Colter finds out that they lied to their parents. They didn't go where they said they were going to go. They were going to look for this treasure. It was supposed to be out in these woods. Then it's further found out that the parents that hired Colter, that's not their real dad, that the boy had found his real father, and that they were texting and that they were meeting out in the woods, and that's what they went to go do, was meet their real father. So then we see the 2 kids got separated from the other 2, and they found the other 2, and they told them what direction they went. And then we kind of see that the real father, he's very much live off the land. He's trying to teach his kids this. He thinks his kids are soft. We see Colter stumble onto these people, and it's a drug den. They tell him where they went. So Colter ends up finding them. They find the kids. They find the dad. Colter and the dad have a standoff. And this is where I said we're left with this question. Colter has the guy drop his gun, and he has a little hatchet, and he has him drop the hatchet. And Colter basically tells the dad, look, you got to leave. The cops are coming. I'll let you go. You'll have a little bit of a head start. I'll tell your kids, what's going on. They kind of have this heart-to-heart. You see that Colter kind of sees his own dad in this guy. And ultimately, the guy goes to walk off and leave, and he turns over his shoulder, and he says, what will you tell my kids? Well, we don't get to see what Colter says, because the next scene we see Colter coming back to the kids, and he has their dad's gun. I am under the suspicion and the conviction that Colter killed the dad and hid the body. My wife didn't think so. She thinks he just let him go. But the context clues that were given after this scene, Colter tells the kids that their dad's never going to bother him again. He's never going to see him again. And that he says he's sorry and that he loves them very much. Then we see Colter meet the mother, and he tells the mom, you don't have to worry about this guy coming back again. He'll never harm you or come back again or trouble your family again. Then we see the EMTs and the game wardens. They call the guy that was working with Colter over because they found something. I think it was probably the body they found, but Colter goes to leave, and he drives off, and that's the end. Will we ever know if he killed him or if he let him go? I don't know. It might come back into play in another episode. We'll just have to wait and see. But I think he killed him. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you think he let him go, or do you think he killed him to protect the kids from him coming back again? I think he killed him because he saw his own father, and he knew that the guy wouldn't leave the kids alone and that he was always going to be a threat. So I think he killed the father. And my wife's reasoning that he didn't kill him was because, well, you didn't hear gunshots. And I said, well, he wouldn't have killed him with the gun. He killed him either with the hatchet or he just, snapped his neck, something. Some other things going on in this episode. Again, Rennie's going through something. We really haven't, we don't know what that is. We don't know if she's seeing somebody, but she's wrapped up in something. I'm sure we'll find out on episodes to come what all that entails and what is going on with that. And again, the girl that they hired, she seems to be doing a very good job, but to me, she's still very too much interested in Colter and the work they do. And I still think there's something that's not quite right. Something just doesn't sit right with me about her. And I think we're going to find something else out on down as the season progresses. Let me know what you think. But that's my reaction and my review to episode 5 of season 3. Again, I'm very much more impressed with this season than I was of season 2. I think they're doing a much better job with the show. And I'm looking forward to where it's going to go this season, whereas last season I was almost ready to stop watching it because it had gotten so bad. So they have redeemed themselves so far. We'll just have to wait and see what direction the rest of the season takes. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you're enjoying season 3 like I am of Tracker, or if you're not, let me know. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that I put out. With that being said, you can check out my other Tracker reviews here. With that being said, thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate the support. God bless everybody, and we will see you on the next video.